shine on the light. We all over the world, Chatnite Africa. We all over the world, Chatnite Africa. Welcome to Chatnite, we bring you good vibe, we shine on the light. Welcome to Chatnite, we bring you good vibe, we shine on the light. We all over the world, Chatnite Africa. We all over the world, Chatnite Africa. Welcome to Chatnite, the only place that we give you good vibes. Chatnite Africa. Welcome to Chatnite, all over the world we are shining the light. Chatnite Africa. Welcome to Chatnite.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to this exhilarating broadcast, Voices of Africa on Chat Night. My name is Divine Chamukong, and I'm anchoring this broadcast from Washington, D.C. metropolitan area. Let me ask you this. Why would anyone come to the United States, study computer science, but become a cook later? That's at the core of the broadcast today. When you bring consistency, dedication, and persistence to any task, no matter how seemingly small and insignificant it may appear, ordinary things become extraordinary. Tonight, we have an extraordinary woman with a very unique story, Chef Colette. You will be blown away once she appears on the platform. Ladies and gentlemen, join me now in welcoming Chef Colette on the platform. Colette, thank you for accepting to come to Chat Night Africa to take some questions here. I heard a lot about you, and I thought that you would be an inspiration for many, many, many people. Thank you again for accepting to come and take questions on this pristine platform. First question. You arrived in the United States, studied computer science, and then switched to become a cook. And I choose my words very carefully. I did not say chef. How did you arrive at the decision to quit what many call a prestigious career? Colette.
Hi, good evening. My name is Colette Ayamba. Chef Colette is my business name. So, thank you for having me, Chat Night Africa.
Now,
I
you come to
appreciate
the
you
United
guys.
States. You come to the United States, studied computer, and then somehow you choose to become a cook. And I'm choosing my words carefully. I did not say chef on purpose. How did you come to quit what many call a prestigious career?
It all started when I finished school. I didn't have help to help with my kids. So, by the way, I'm a mother of four under 10. So, my oldest is 10 years old, and then the youngest is 1 year old. So, I couldn't work anything. I couldn't sponsor daycares and drop off. So I think of something else I can do for myself and still make money.
That is interesting. And of everything you thought of, it was to cook food and sell. Now, when I ask you the first question, I use the word cook for specific reasons. What was the attitude of your friends across the United States when you chose to be cooking instead of doing the six-figure job, computer or IT?
Everybody was shocked. It was shocking because after all the up and down for school struggles, all the student loans, it was shocking. Very, very shocking. But it was the best thing that was working for me at that time. So I could stay 24 hours with my kids and still make money.
That's an interesting option right there. We live in a world, Colette, where people judge others on their own metrics. That is, if you don't meet the expectations or meet their definition of success, you are considered a failure. That did not seem to bother you.
No, I was already failing before I started my business. I was failing already. Nobody knew me when I was failing. So I didn't mind failing in the business. So I took a bold step. Everything was not going right for me before the business. I was stuck and choked with the kids every day, drop off, pick up, schoolwork every day. So at that point, I didn't have no option. I had to empower myself with what I can do best at my own comfort zone. I step up for myself.
When you decided to cook food and sell, did you see yourself where you are today?
No, no.
So,
It was just to make ends meet, just to support myself.
Colette, take us down the path of or the path of this adventure. I imagine it wasn't strewn with roses and all other flowers. Take us down. How did take us? How did you start?
So I started with pastries. So you guys can see behind my butt is chef collect pastries and catering services. So I started with pastries. Like in our Cameroonian society, every Fridays and some Saturdays we have wakekeeping all across the country of where I am, the cities where I am. So I decided to start with some fish rolls, pastries, donuts, chin chin, meat pie. That was how I started. So I used to do those for people for free. Each time they'll call me, I'll do it for free. But when I needed money, I didn't have anybody to help me with money. So I decided to turn what I know to do for free into a business. So I went ahead and create all my flyers and register the business. One thing about my business was that I decided to do it at professional level. I didn't do like stay home cooking. No, no, no. I have every document you can ask me in America and I'll show it to you. So I went ahead and registered a business and started doing the pastries. So I registered it as Chef Collect Pastries LS African Food LLC. So that way, if I needed to expand tomorrow, I won't create a new business. So in my business, I can sell food, I can sell wholesale retail food, and I can do other things under the food brand. Yeah, so that's how it all started. So I started with some pastries. It was very hard to have clients. It was difficult. The beginning was so tough, but I hung in there. I was consistent. Sometimes I do it for free for samples so people can taste it and try how they like it. And then before I know, boom, the orders were coming from all angles. When I saw the orders were coming, I had to start opening the catering department, which blew the whole Dallas, and that's where we are today. And then later on, we opened the wholesale department where we sell our ingredients. What we used to cook, we supply it now to other people and other states, all coming from motherland.
That's an interesting journey right there. You started and failed. How is it that you were not discouraged from continuing? A lot of people, when they start a business and it's not working, they say, "Oops, could it be I'm not in the right place? Or I'm not doing I mean, I picked the wrong thing." So, what kept you going in spite of the failures at the start?
What kept me going is that people love my food. They love the way I make the pastries, the way I cook. So I call myself a home style chef. Like I cook like we do back home. I don't do the cooking like put what we don't need in the pots. I only cook our traditional meals the way we do it back home. So I hang in there because America is so busy and people like food a lot. So I thought it was just a matter of time. And since I'm not paying any house rent, any place I'm renting, I'm still having my kids watch. I just hang in there for a little while and keep posting and keep posting and keep posting. One thing about it is that I was so committed to myself. Like the only supporter I have now is myself. My husband is supporting me. He's a very supporting husband. But at that time, I had to stand up for myself. So I hang in there, keep cooking, I started with the I reduced I brought in a meal to Dallas that's called reduced blood pressure meal. So I
Hmm.
cook for blood pressure patients. Like if you call me and say, "Hey Chef Colette, I want vegetable with just oil and no salt," or oil and no salt, or salt and no oil, that's how I'm gonna make your order. So people were so interested in the way I take orders. I will not put onions in your food if you don't want it. I'm not going to put tomatoes in your food if you don't want it. So I'll call you and ask you what you want and what you don't want. So from that particular point, I had a lot of clients because I was customizing that menu. So a lot of people were coming to us.
It seems to me when you talk about customizing menu, it looks to me like that's how you began to separate yourself. Because when you go to a restaurant, wherever any parts of the United States, you don't go and tell somebody, "Well, I'm a diabetic, cook me this," and that kind of thing. So, I begin to see how you touched the hearts of people. What's the largest crowd you've had to cater for?
3,000.
3,000.
Yes.
Colette, you have to have a lot of kitchens to do this.
Yeah, we have two kitchens.
And because I was going to ask you, what does it take to feed humongous crowds? I mean, come on. You are not Jesus Christ who fed 5,000 people with 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish. What,
Yeah.
what, what are the challenges involved in catering for 3,000 people? That's a lot of people.
Yeah. We have a lot of meetings during those moments. I have a team. I see one of my team member watching all the way from Cameroon right now. That's our web designer back home. So we have a lot of team member. We have several meetings, sleepless nights. We have Zoom meetings. We have different departments and different people controlling different things. But I am the master cook. Yeah. No matter how difficult it goes down, I am still like the master planner. So we have meetings, we go to the venue, we check out anything we need, and it takes a lot of freezers and prep freezers to cook for such people.
Whoa.
And cars too, and vans. And sometimes my husband turn around to be one of the workers just to make
Oh,
sure projects are coming out right.
oh,
Yes.
your husband is one of your employees at some point.
Yes.
One of your
Yes.
employees.
Yes.
Would you fire your husband if he didn't do his job right?
I do. I do.
Well, you fire him and then hire him back in the evening.
Yes, sometimes 3 days after, because I don't play with my business. So if you work with me in the past, we have fired a lot of drivers. Once you show not seriousness, we just kick you off because we don't play with any single penny of our business and any single client of ours. You can come with 20,000 business. We love you. Same like we love the same person for $50 business. So all my clients, they know me for what I do, and then my workers too, they know me for what I do. So sometimes, familiarity become a problem. There's no familiarity when it comes to me because when it comes to food business, the least you do is gonna go to your review. Yeah,
Oh, that's something right there. Reviews, because these days people check a lot online before they go to buy it. I mean, they go to see what are people saying
right.
about your business. Let's back pedal a little bit. When you switched from doing computer, you studied computer engineering, computer science. What were some of the things you were hearing from your friends?
We were so happy. Like in my team, I was the only female that I was graduating at that year. I was pregnant. I was graduating. I couldn't wait to have an office of my own. We were so excited to work like six figure, like people call it. I was so excited. And then just of a sudden, the whole dream left me. The kids, it was all about the kids. It was all about my family, not about me anymore. I turn around and look at the life in America, how people have lost their kids because of chasing dollars and money. I turn around, I look at myself, I'll cry. Sometimes I cry every day, like, how can I go to school and I can't work? And my husband did not want daycare at all. But even if he wanted daycare, I couldn't even support daycare. Daycare is a little bit pricey. So I decided to make my own wealth, happy with my kids, and still do what I'm doing. By the way, today we're done for the day. I've closed for today before coming for the broadcast.
You are your own boss.
Yeah, so we're done with today. We had a lot of pastries. We had a lot of things to do today for the waykeeping nights. Fridays are usually waykeeping nights. Sometimes we have a little bit of conference, but today is waykeeping nights. Yeah.
When you do IT, that's usually the path to six-figure income. When you look back today that you didn't do IT, which is what you studied, do you have any regrets? And if not, why not?
I don't.
Why not?
I think I'm satisfied where I am right now. I'm always with my kids 24 hours. I still look at my pay stub, my projects. The highest projects I've done is in my business world. The highest wealth I've made for my age and my family is in my business world. I'm always around. If you ask my kids about, I want to know about your mom, they're going to tell you my mom is always home with us.
But I mean, you have to be missing the six-figure income in IT.
I'm not missing because we make more than that in a
All
year.
right.
Yeah.
Now, you are getting me to something now. You make more than that by being
Yes.
a chef.
Yes.
This is interesting. Would you advise somebody to be a chef? And if not, or if yes, why?
Yeah, you can be a chef because cooking is one of those business you can start with little or no capital. If I come to your pantry right now, trust me, I can see some pasta, rice, or something to turn around to start cooking. You know what I mean? Yeah. So you can start cooking with little or no capital. And
Which
then
is
you,
what surprises me because when some people want to start business, they say, "Oh, well, they don't have capital and so on." So, talk to me a little bit. When you started doing pastries, how much was it? And I don't know if you want to tell us how much you make now.
I just started with like $5. I
Five
didn't have
dollars.
I didn't have nothing. So a bag of flour is $3.50, and then you have some sugar, oil. I have already oil in my house, in my pantry. So America, people stock a lot at home. So I just bought some flour, some sugar, some that's it. And then the foil pan I use, the big foil pan, that's it. The first order I made was $50. And then the person asked me to make two of them, which was $100. But today, the pan I made for $50 that year, today is $150 for the same pan. So I started like that. After the first pan, I used the money to buy more ingredients. After the next pan, I used the money to buy a bigger frying pot. I didn't have no capital. I don't have no loans. I'm not owing no loans anywhere. My husband did not give me no junk of capital to start. So I grew the business according to how the income was coming. So today, everything Chef Colette has, we own them.
That is really
Yeah.
interesting. And you told me you don't regret not doing IT because today you're
No.
making much more. IT would have earned you six figures, but you're making much more, and that's pretty interesting. Now, if somebody wants to start the cooking business, there are people who are listening to you now. Some will listen later on. A lot of people are watching online. If they want to start this, what pieces of advice are you going to give them to be as successful as you are?
Remove fear. To remove fear from the mind. The biggest thing I've empower women, a lot of them are afraid, like nobody is gonna like what I make. There's somebody that's gonna like what you make. You have to be like stay consistent. You don't need to be afraid, because one of the things that kill the business world is being afraid. Like maybe you want to bring food from Cameroon, you start thinking that, oh, maybe my container is gonna sink. Why is it gonna be yours that's gonna sink? So you have to be like, have a free mind. Make sure what you're doing it well. Because if you come to Chef Colette's kitchen, you eat cocky beans today, you eat cocky beans tomorrow, it's same taste and same quality. We don't play with our quality. So you have to stay on top of your game. Like stay on top of what you do. The quality should be the same. Not like today you do something good, then tomorrow you don't do it right. People don't trust you. But I have big trust. Like I work with the white people. I cook for hotels. I have contracts for hotels. They trust me that much. They give my number for referral, and I go into the hotels and I cook with the white people, and I go home.
If you have contracts from hotels, then I can understand why you say you don't
Yes.
miss anything in IT at all.
No, we don't.
So, like I said, by all accounts, you're a very successful chef. What drives your success? What's your secret?
I think my passion, and then I have a like a very supporting husband. If a team is going to Oklahoma, he's gonna shut down for that weekend and then go with me. You know, the big vans, the heavy stuff, like if we have an out of town cooking, we'll have to go with the warmers, some of the freezers. We set them ahead of time, make sure the D Day, nothing is bad, no food is sour. So he will always support with that. And then have other team members come with us. Like, you know, I love what I do. So I love it. I don't get tired cooking. I don't get tired of contracts. I just love what I do.
Wow. Colette, you're not the only chef in Texas. How do you survive the competition?
We don't have competitors. My only competitors is Chef Colette herself. I look at those points I'm lacking. I move on better. I look at those points that I need to improve. Maybe I need a bigger car, a bigger kitchen. I just keep going. I don't look around for no competitors because when I started, I didn't even worry about competitors when I started. So I have different meals for different seasons. So sometimes you see me, I just post weight control, weight loss menu. People start coming in with the orders. Sometimes we just go our fish on discounts. People start coming with the orders. So there's something about my business that's different from others. I don't have no competitors. Like now, we start selling our ingredients. Now we sell ingredients. Everything we use, we sell them. That's another line of the business we have added to it. It's more income because people are calling every day for our ingredients. So I don't really worry about competitors. I worry about myself because Chef Colette is just me, and there's something separate or unique about me that other cooks don't have, and my clients like me for that. I have clients that are on weekly menu, twice a month, monthly menu, three times a week. Some of them are once a year, and then we have people that pay us from Cameroon to cook for their spouses that are here that are single. So we have a mobile account to back home. So there's a lot we do here that I don't really worry about competitors. I just focus on me. That's how it is.
I
So
was gonna
our orders
Yeah, go
come
ahead.
through the website and through a phone. Like I sleep in the night, I wake up in the morning, we have a lot of orders coming in. And then through the website, we validate them, and that's how we get to work.
I was going to ask you if people are going to come to you, hotels are coming to you for orders, there has to be something that makes you a magnet. What is the magnet? Come on.
Well,
You are
um,
magneting everybody.
let me use it according to how my clients and people have reviewed me. I've gone through my reviews, and some people said I'm so professional when it comes to Cameroonian cooking and all that. So when I go out to work, I have my chef hats and my chef jackets and my pants and all in blacks or sometimes in reds, in whites, sometimes depending on the event's color. And then I'm never late. I'm always on time, and my staff too always on time. No matter how many orders we have, we are always on time, and we deliver on time. We drop off on time. We work hard on that. So I don't play with time. And maybe some people say I'm professional.
How many people work for you?
We have about 25, yeah, roughly. But without people in Cameroon, I don't count Cameroon. We have a team, a whole team back home too, that does digital work. Some of them. We have another team in Pakistan that also work on the computer, on the website, make sure website is always running. Because trust me, at the end of the day, I can't do this all by myself. But I have a very strong team in which, as time goes on, we're gonna start seeing how we're gonna be appreciating them separately from what we pay them.
You are so innovative. What are some of the challenges involved in this food business?
Drivers, deliveries. The highest challenge we have faced is delivery. In the last 3 years, we have lost over $2,000 for drivers running away with food. So drivers know our pickup points when they pick up the food, and then there's gonna cancel the order and make away with the fish, the arrow, the cocky corn, the okra soup, It's strange. What is happening is we're surprised why a white person will pick up an African complete order and disappear with the food. So we are still working on that to see what is going on. But right now, we try to take drivers we know because it's heartbreaking for customer to be waiting for his or her food and then drivers don't show up. On the other hand, the drivers are enjoying what we are also cooking because a lot of our drivers will pay clients will pay $60 for delivery free just to pick up their food. So those $60 is separate from the food and is separate from the taxes because we collect 8.25% per order. Every order we have taxes, which we pay to sales tax department. So sometimes somebody will pay up to $100 just for taxes and delivery, and then the food still get lost. So that is one of our challenges that we face. And then sometimes when the kids are sick, the kitchen is locked because this kitchen was originally created for the kids. But when the kitchen is closed, we try to reschedule. We reschedule the weekly meals, the Wednesday meals, and then we'll do them. If they want to pick up late, we'll do them late or the next weekend. And most of our clients, some of them, the ones who have been doing credit cards with them, monthly order with them, they have been with us for years, like just like a regular, let me say regular work, like somebody taking cookie con every Wednesday. That's his permanent source of income for me. Yeah.
I'm going to ask you this. You don't cook every day. You don't cater every day because you can't have events. I don't know. I'm wondering whether you have events 24/7. If that's not the case, when you are not catering for an event, what are you doing on the days you're not doing that?
When we're not catching on events, what we do, we have this homemade pepper we sell. So
Oh,
days that
okay.
we're not catering, we cook a lot of this and we'll can them. So this is a 32 ounce of homemade pepper. It's frozen. So this is made like with all the Cameroonian spices from home. So it's sell for $25. So when we're not working, this is hard to make. So the whole team, if we can produce 500 of this, 25 times 500, that's what we do on our off days. But a lot of times we have weekly meals. We have people have different days for different things they want from me. Some people don't want their orders to be cooked on weekends. Some people want Tuesdays, some people want Wednesdays, some people want Thursdays. So they feel like when I cook it within the week, they feel better than weekends. I'm so busy. So at the end of the day, we have every little thing we do for every day. So I've not had vacation for a little while because the kitchen has been busy and I try to put in my best because I'm the founder. So for it to be where it is today, I don't play with any 1 hour in the kitchen. I'm always my hands on it.
The amazing thing about food business is whether during COVID, as was the case, people eat. In peacetime, like in wartime, people eat.
They
I
eat.
mean, so I think that was really, really, really smart. Who do you cook for? I mean, Africans,
All
Hispanics, Asians, or Americans?
everybody eats from Chef Colette. On a
How do
Friday
you
night,
move?
mhm.
How did you move from cooking Cameroonian foods to now cooking maybe Nigerian foods, maybe Sierra Leonean foods, American, and so on? Tell me, how do you transition?
So one of the things I learned in my food business is that our brothers, Cameroonians, they were married from anywhere. So when a Cameroonian go to Liberia to go and get married, a lot of time they will want a Cameroonian to cater for that event. And we have a policy when we cater for your event, we are the only one cooking because we have a liability insurance of 2 million. Anything that happens to anybody, we are responsible. So you
Wow.
cannot bring in your food. I'm not sure of where the food is coming from. So
Mhm.
for you to cook with me, you have to present everything I have by state. So a lot of times you meet a chef that doesn't have that, but it's a chef. So at the end of the day, I have to cater the whole event because I'm the one that qualify. So I have to go on to learn some of the Sierra Leonean food, Congolese food, just to make sure I fit in as a right chef for that day. That way I can do dual menu without any problem. Same with Nigerian menus. And we have been having a lot of weddings like that, mixed weddings. So when I have the mixed wedding, I'm confident. I cater full catering without any problem and without any issues.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching Voices of Africa, and my guest today is Chef Colette. Colette, have you had people come to you for help in starting in starting similar businesses?
Yes,
Could you
a
explain to
lot.
me how do you do it?
We always have times of the year that we launch women empowerment because my goal is women. My focus is to empower women that used to be home just like myself, just staying home, doing nothing, but you can stay home and still make a lot of money. So those are my target women. So we try to set them up. Those who want to cook, we try to set them up and show them all the way to go, making it easy for them. So we'll have a lady set up in Chicago already, and then we'll have one set up in California already. We're supposed to have about two set up this year, but I've been so busy. I haven't really have time to follow up with everything I need to do for them. So I told them to hang on a little bit. I'm gonna go back when I have less busy.
We are going to have a little break for 2 minutes and we'll be right back. This show is broadcast concurrently on LinkedIn, Facebook in two places, www.chatniteafrica.net, and YouTube in high definition. I will also be opening the phone lines for anybody who has questions for Chef Colette. You have the number 240-603-7367. 240-603-7367. On this broadcast platform, we have four programs. We have Next Generation today. We have Voices of Africa, which is what you're watching now. We have Healthline, and we have Family Matters. Maybe when we have Family Matters, we will be inviting Chef Colette to come and talk to housewives how they cook to keep their husbands at home. That's a subject for another day. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have this interlude of music by Grassfield Music in Bamenda, Cameroon. I will be right back. Hold my hands, hold my hands, never let me down. I decided to bring in this song immediately after Colette said she has been empowering women. And we'll go back to that. Let her explain to us whether she doesn't fear competition. When you empower women, Colette, the chances are that, I mean, empowering them means empowering them. Don't you worry that you could be training people, helping people who then come up to be more successful than you are.
Well, America is big. The business is big. There are a lot of people that need food every day. I don't think I can feed America all by myself. So the goal is to make sure people that need food have enough from the cooks. Not only any kind of cooks, but you should be able to be okay with the cooks you want to hire. So my goal is that we should be able to hold hands. If we have a big project, let's say feeding 10,000 people, We can come out like 10 chefs and we hold the projects together. It's better to do excellent project with somebody than to do it by yourself and fail. So I don't really fear competition. I don't, because the Bible said, "Blessed are the people that bless others." So I'm okay helping my fellow women to grow.
Wow. I mean, your ideas are simply they're mind blowing, so to speak, because sometimes people start businesses and they don't want other people to cross the bridge because they're worried that if they show them certain things, then maybe they become this and that. What areas do you cover? I understand you are in Dallas, correct?
Yes,
What areas do you cover?
the whole of Dallas, everywhere, Oklahoma, depending on the clients and if we are able to come at that time, we are not booked. We'll have a job to do in Iowa this May. So we also have emails coming from Cameroon, Minister of what. So we haven't started looking at Cameroon yet, but it's sure that with time, we're gonna be going to Cameroon for the cooking thing. So I think it's bigger than what I thought. So sometimes people feel like cooking is for um they used to look at people that cooks like they're crazy.
Yeah, they must have thought you were crazy when you made the decision.
No.
Wow.
If I enter any place, my husband used to tell me I'm a celebrity.
Celebrity chef.
So people recognize me as soon as possible as like, so I am very happy. I'm happy where I am. I'm proud of what we do. We are growing by grace and we're still doing a lot. So on the Chef Colette umbrella.
Oh my goodness. The interesting thing about the food business is people tend to talk a lot about what they ate and liked. You eat something, you don't sit quiet. You want to talk about it.
You know what? Something happened like each time, like somebody will just open a food business, they start posting. The next 3 months, you don't see them anymore.
What do you think happens to them?
Well, I think some people just like to copy others. They are not even ready because you have to be ready to put the work. Like when I tell you I sell my ingredients, I sell arrow, I sell beef stripes, I sell beef. Anything I used to cook, I sell it. And that's another source of our income because we generate a lot of money aside of the cooking money from those groceries. And it's still in Dallas here, people get those stuff to cook from me, which I get them on my Texas license from anywhere I get them and I bring it to them. So that's how far they've trust me. And I'm not worried to sell it to them because they're still cooking it here in town with me. But you know, some people call me the biggest chef. Some people say they can only eat from the biggest chef. So I don't really worry about
You've made the
competitions.
name. You have made the name. Look, you have to think about stretching your tentacles to the Washington District of Cameroon. You know what I mean? The DMV area, Maryland, Virginia. We
Yes,
have a lot of people who are going to eat your food here.
yes.
I'll be one of them.
You know, I met a Nigerian man on my one of my events last year was a Mexican event. So I met one of my Nigerian brothers there. He gave me an envelope. Then he just appreciate me for doing what I'm doing. He just stood watching at me, and then later he gave me an envelope. So I was so tired that night when I got home. I remember he gave me something. I said, "Let me open it." When I opened it, and then I saw it was $300.
For doing what?
It was just an appreciation. He wrote to me. I look so professional. He has never seen a Cameroonian like this. He has never even seen an African because when I'm going to work, I don't have no suit on. I have my chef up, like everything. I'm ready.
Correct.
I don't care if the party people wear suits or no. Me, I'm never in suits when I'm working. So when I saw the message, I went and wrote to him, and I appreciate him because that's how I work. Different people see me for different things every day, and in every event we go, we meet a new client. In every event we cater, we meet a new client.
Hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, and that's true because when they eat what they like, they don't sit quiet.
Yeah, and
Yes, madam, can I have your card? Can I have your
yeah,
business card?
yeah, and the best way of business is referral. The referral speak for itself, because if you bring me a high pay referral, the high pay referral is going to bring me another high pay referral. So that's what I've built for the brand, and it's working for us. Like before, we used to stay some months we don't have jobs, but in the last 3 4 years, we are busy all through the year. Yeah. So today we have made fish rolls, we have made koki, we have made fish, we roast about 50 fish. I'm talking to the broadcast. I see others coming in to
Mm.
pick up. So today
Oh my
everybody will
goodness.
pick up at 9 because I had this broadcast and I'm the only one on shift today. So at the end of the day, let's say you stay home as a mom, just the fish roll I made today is $800. I'm not talking about the fish. I'm not talking about the cocky beans. Tomorrow we'll have another shrimp in for 1,200. So
What?
if you're a lady, you sit at home and you just fold your arm, what are you gonna say about what did you do to yourself? I don't think at this point husbands are responsible for our sitting at home, you know. I took a challenge to myself to step up from my comfort zone and do something. Sometimes you have up and down, kids are crying, sometimes the kitchen, they don't want to stay in the van, it's noisy, but we still have to make a way. This is abroad. Besides, we have come to hustle. So my kids now understand what I do and they call me Chef Colette. They don't call me mom. They call me Chef Colette.
By the time before we end this broadcast, I'd like you to speak to women. Okay, speak. We'll come to that in a few minutes. I'd like you to have a powerful message to women, to people who sit and think that we cannot do this, or if this job didn't have some name, they can't do it. That's going to be a last word. We'll come to that. You are watching Chat Night Africa, and the broadcast is Voices of Africa. We will be right back, and my guest today is Chef Colette. Let's have a few seconds of interlude, musical interlude. It's high life. If you are from Nigeria or Ghana, you'll know what I'm talking about. Let's go.
Chat Night Africa. 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 Chat Night Africa.
Oh, yeah, this is Africa's Voice to the World. Chat Night Africa, Africa's Voice to the World. We are on the show today, and the show is on the internet, www.chatnightafrica.net. There, my producer in Lagos says there are lots of people watching on the internet. Hello, guys on the internet. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Once again, join me now in welcoming Chef Colette on the platform. I'm made to understand that you have written a book. Do you have a copy of the book there?
Yes, I do.
Let's see.
Ta-da! Let me put that this so you guys see.
Oh my goodness. ABC, the ABC. Oh
By the
boy.
ABC Spice.
The ABC Spice. What's
Yeah.
inside that book?
This is it was written, I dedicated this to the kids all over the world. So these are my kids. This is how young they are. I don't know, do you see it?
Yes, I see it. I see it.
Yeah, so we'll have a 10 year, we'll have an 8, we'll have a 6, and then we'll have a 1. So it's ABC Spice, or A to Z is about spices, cooking different spices, different cooking spices. Yeah. Yeah.
What I still don't understand about Colette is you put all these things in a book and you're selling these books, and you're not worried that some people will learn those spices and begin to do theirs. You're an amazing person.
I don't mind. They are all given to me by God. Like every skill I have is given to me by God. So I just try to put them in writing if I can. So we sell it for $10.
Now, talk to me. If somebody, I know you mentioned Iowa, other states around the United States. let's say somebody in Maryland had an event and and wants you to cater for it. Is that something you can do?
Yes,
Oh yeah.
we started doing that this 2025 actually because the kids are a little bit, they're growing. So I'm trying to bring them to the business too. So I started showing the 10-year-old, I started taking him out to the event. So he understand why I'm home. I'm home because of them. So they have to know the basics of the business. So we do that. We do that as well.
All right. Let me remind you again. The DMV area, as we call it, as we call, the acronym is we call it Washington District of Cameroon. And so you got a lot of coquille corn eaters here, a lot of kati kati eaters here, a lot of ndole eaters here, a lot of Isewu Nigerians here. I mean, this is a melting pot of
Actually, a lot
cultures.
of time when Maryland people come here, they order from me. They order before they come in for wakekeeping and other stuff. I have a lot of clients over there that order, come and they pick up. But
Are you thinking of opening restaurants?
well, we look at that in the future. We'll have a structure for that. But for right now, the goal is to raise the kids so they have the fundamental training of a mother, a homestay mom, like taking care of the kids. So we look at that as the time goes on, we look at that. But I don't think it's gonna be anything that difficult because that's my client's prayer point like every day. Chef Cole, where are you opening? Chef Cole, when? Is it this year? Is it next year? So everybody is waiting for that opening date.
How many children do you have?
Four.
And you are able to juggle between taking care of the house, the home, the children, and doing this work. Do you have four hands?
Four. And my husband, so five.
Okay. That is interesting. I mean, to start where you started and to be where you are now, and you say you don't look back with any regrets not doing IT. Oh, you're making a lot of cash.
I am. For ITs. I have contract with them.
Oh, now they're coming to get contracts from you.
Yes.
Interesting. That
Yeah.
is interesting. Now, I'm going to, before we wrap up, I'm going to ask you to give your last word. I'd like you to address women, especially those, like if you go to Africa, a lot of African countries, and by the way, other cities around the world. But let me talk about Africa because that I know that a bit well. Let me talk about even Cameroon, Sierra Leone, Nigeria, because the problems are like I see people, girls, they dress half naked and go to TikTok and do stuff, and then some are loitering around the streets, prostituting. I'd like you to address them because if you started pastries with little money, so little, and you are where you are now, they too can do it. So let's speak to those young women.
Thank you so much, sir. So again, this is Colette. So my women, my sisters, my friends, this message is from me, Chef Colette. You guys look me maybe looking glowing and nice today. I used to be very, very looking like very unkept. What you guys are saying today is because of the money I have made. I wear anything I want to do. I do anyhow because of my money. My sister, there's no need for competitors. Just be you. You are you. God created you separately, differently. You are unique the way you are. If you want to do a business, stay consistent. The only thing that's killing us women is competition, comparison. If you know me in Dallas anywhere, I don't compare with no one, nobody. Do you know the interesting thing? Some of my clients today came back to me and they learned pastries. And now we are all business people together. They are no longer my client anymore. Some of the ITs women that dropped their job or lost their job, they came around and started doing fish rolls and chin chin with something you're eating or making with your hands. You can never lack. This generation of women, stand up, wake up, wake up at night, make fish roll at night, wake up, cut your sleep, make cookie corn, stand up for yourself. I don't think husbands are responsible for women failure. I am not for that. I am not for that because you are you. Before marriage, what are you? Before you got married to your husband, who are you? If they take you off your husband, who are you? Before we come together, we have our own different things we want to do. So I feel like women should step up. You can do cake, you can sell hair, you can do anything. Just wake up, stay consistent, be you. Back in the years, food business have always have income. Some people, their mothers sell food to raise them. A lot of people will say yes to that. So what I did with my food business is to brand it, to make it fancy, professional, especially where I am, so I can have open advantage. What I have is advantage. People point hands at me when they want class. So I call myself class and professional chef. You can do little chops. You can do this, how they call it, buffets, this little chop tables in an event. You can do food stands. You can do anything. All you need to do is to wake up from the comfort zone. You don't want to live a life that you cannot afford. This generation have a lot of fake life. I don't do fake life. Women, please wake up. In anything you do in life, you should be able to be proud of yourself. I am where I am because I've worked hard for it. I'm still working hard for it. If we can make the kind of money abroad for food business, Africa, anywhere, food business is food business. It doesn't matter where you are. And we still have great people doing food business anywhere in Africa, they are doing well. So I want to tell my women, if you need help for me, you can ask my information. I'm ready to help you. But women, you guys should step up. Sometimes marriages fail because the women don't do anything. I'm a very busy woman. I don't have time for anything. I am always busy doing one or two things. So I don't even have the time to bring drama or quarrel at home because I don't have the time. So when you make yourself busy, it cuts some of those little arguments that you and your spouse are having. But when you are jobless, you are always ready to argue because you have all the time in the world. But why do I have the time? Customers are waiting for me. So to end this talk, I want to tell my women that you can do it. If I did it with 4 kids, in my business, I've had 2 more kids pregnant. After pregnancy, gave birth, I still have events. I work until my last days of pregnancy because it's my business. So I cannot just cut my vacation anyhow. I work with pregnancy, I gave birth, I came back, I continue working. So if I can do it in America, you can do it anywhere, all over the world. You can do it. You just need to push yourself from that comfort zone and you'll be fine.
Wow, Colette, this is a powerful last word, and I'm sure all those women who are parading streets prostituting will be motivated by what you have just said. I want to thank you so much for finding time to come on this 1 hour broadcast. You are a very, very busy woman.
Thank you.
And for just so that you out there know, Colette makes more than $500,000 a year cooking. That's right,
Right.
cooking. When she started, lots of people were laughing at her, but she's consistent, she's persistent, and she's dedicated.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank
Thank
you so
you.
much. Ladies and gentlemen, that's how we wrap up this edition of Voices of Africa on Chat Night. You can watch this broadcast on www.chatnetafrica.net in high definition, high resolution, and you can also watch it on YouTube in high resolution. We are on Facebook, 2 places. We are also on LinkedIn. That's how we pull the curtain. Now, when you hear this, anytime we come, you know it's time. We say merci à tout le monde. Bye.
I'm coming back. I'm coming
gonna dance, we're gonna dance, we're gonna get down, we're gonna get down, we're gonna party, party hardy, we're gonna boogie, boogie woogie, and when we jam, it's out of sight. This song right here, it's dynamite. I'm ready, I'm coming back.